So in a rent roll contract, there's this concept that I've talked about before being called the retention. So generally an amount, about 20% of the purchase price is held back by the seller and the buyer in a solicitor's trust account. And if the buyer loses some of the property managements for over a 30, 60, 90-day period, then they get that money back from the sale price of a rent roll. Uh, but you've got to be careful with these clauses, and unfortunately, there's no standard rent roll contract. But you've got to be careful not to let that money go just for any property that's been released. You need to set some conditions, and so different contracts have different conditions that are exceptions to being able to make a retention claim. Some of the ones that apply, like say if the buyer increases the management fee, and so a landlord leaves, then that's not a valid retention claim. Say that they leave because there was mismanagement. The new property manager has been incompetent in the way that they've dealt with the client, or they've dealt with them in a poor way, not to the same level of service. Then that shouldn't be a valid retention claim. So you really need to be careful when you enter into a rent roll contract to understand what are those exemptions and are they things that you might be concerned about. Because if you don't do those right, if they're not the right way, then you might have to give back some money, or if you're the buyer, you might have to, if they're not done right, you might have to, not receive some money back where you've lost a property. So you really need to make sure that they're crafted well. Something we do with our rent roll contracts all the time, make sure that they're really well defined. So if you've got any questions, please comment below or give us a call or send us an email. We'd be happy to help you out because getting those retention claims right is super important to make sure that if you're buying a rent roll, you're getting what you paid for. If you're selling a rent roll, that you maximize the return that you get from that. Have a great day.